Hello and welcome everybody to Crypto Rosetta. My name is Savage and today we're going to be looking at ADA. Before we jump into the price action, just want to say thank you for watching. If you're enjoying the content, please smash that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, turn on those bell notifications so you never miss a video, and why not leave us some feedback down below in the comment section. Always happy to hear from you. Also in the description below you'll find links to Discord. Why not come check it out? It's free to join. Once in the general chat area, just mention a member of staff and we'll be happy to help you out with anything you may need. Okay, for the most part I'm still looking at the same options. We can look at this either as a potential impulse within this move, and then we could also look at this potentially as just a corrective structure. So we just need to be aware that there is a potential that this is corrective as a fourth wave, and then we actually look to break down. So we're going to go over that in a second, but first we're going to go over this potential of a impulse within the structure. So within this move here, there's a couple of ways of reading it. If we read it as this fifth wave coming into here, effectively we could actually be setting up for a flat correction. So if this is the case, what I'd be looking at is actually from this move back here rather as an A, potentially this is a B, and then looking for this C wave to the downside. So this C wave, if this is correct, should play out as a 5-wave move, and we should start to see something like this happen, where we get a 1, 2 breakdown for a 3, 4, and a 5. However, there is also a bullish count, so we need to be aware that if this doesn't play out, that could be actually what's in play here. And effectively, if we look to actually break down deeper, this 30.39 to this 26.56 would be the zone we're looking at. But if we are looking at it as a flat, this zone here, this yellow box, which would be this 3611 to this 3462 area, would be an interesting zone for support. This could be basically an expanding flat into this point, and then we could either form a B wave and look to continue down, or this could actually look to move away from here. However, there is another way of measuring this off of this A wave, and if we measure that, effectively this 3242 could be our target for this C wave. So if this does start to extend, we could actually look for a bit lower down here. So basically within this, what we'd be looking for is if it did extend to that lower target range, it wouldn't really be a 618 multiple, so it could look to actually push past us, but it would actually line up quite nicely with this previous fourth wave here. So this is just something we need to bear in mind. If we do actually move down here, it's possible we can actually come into this range of this previous fourth, and then we look to move away again. So that's just something we will have to keep an eye on as the moves progress. If we want to argue that this is going to start to break down from here, really what we'd want to see is, I mean, we can say there's a 5-wave move here. What we'd want to see is a deeper move, and basically for more confirmation of this, we'd want to see, if we go off this high point, we want to see a move down past this 3733 area. If we do actually break down past this zone, then we can argue that we have a bigger 5-wave move to the downside here, and this could actually be starting that correction where we get this as a third, we come back up for fourth, and then we look for that fifth to the downside. If we do get some extension, we can see how this would put us quite nicely into this box zone here. So it's something we'll just have to keep an eye on here. It is also possible we form something like a 1 2 1 2, and then this could look to extend a bit lower if we are going for this lower target. But even if we extend slightly, it might put us neatly into this 3611 to this 3462 area. So that's what we're looking for the flat. Really wouldn't want to go too much higher than this 4144. That would be a 1618 of this A wave. So if we do actually push up one more time here, potentially we could look to move into there, but there's nothing really saying that we should if we're looking at this as a B wave to the upside. So that is basically what we're looking at for the flat. Like I said, from completion of this, we'd have to watch the retracement up and see if we get further rejection, or if actually we just start to continue with this move to the upside here and we're getting some extension. So talking about that extension, we have a couple of ways we can look at this. I'm going to turn off this. So this is looking for the potential that we could actually extend out within this move. So this is given, so this move is valid for as long as we hold some certain key areas here. This 3710 would be one of them, and then also this area here of this 3653. It is possible that this could all be a wave 2. Like I said, if we do get that flat correction down into the support zone down here, we can argue that this is still a 1 2, and then it could look to progress to the upside. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. If we do break down into this area, it would be an interesting zone. But the way that I've got this mapped out currently, until we get proven otherwise, this is the most direct way that we could look for bullish potential here. And instead of looking at this as a 5-wave move to the downside, what we could just get as an ABC. So if this is the case, off of the current structure we have, a 1-to-1 would actually take us down towards this 3858, which would be pretty much lining up with that 618 retracement. So if we do actually move down one more time here, that would be an interesting zone. If we maintain this green box area, like I said, it can actually push down deeper to this 3798. Then we could actually be looking for a bigger move to the upside as a 5-wave move here. I've not put in all the target areas for these. I can just roughly get it in there. Only because it depends if we hold this zone. If we hold this zone and we actually move up past this 4613, that would be off that 618 zone. Then effectively we would confirm this 5-wave move, and this would slightly change these other target zones that we were looking for here. Because if we do get this as a 1-2, we'd have to argue that we've got an additional 1-2 in here that's not accounted for. So I've just done it off the most immediate move, because if this one plays out, then we can factor in this one. There's no point really factoring it in until we actually get confirmation. So 4613 would indicate that we would be getting a move to the upside here, and potentially that could look to target out this 4811 to this 4689, and that would be looking for this as a 5th wave from this 4th wave point. Obviously, if we do move up here, we can't come back and cross this wave 1 at 4129, otherwise it would invalidate this 5th wave. So if we do get this 3rd wave come up here into this zone, this 4th wave is not allowed to cross this wave 1, so we'd have to see how that plays out and see where we end here. What this would do is just basically shuffle these moves around, and would actually indicate that we've got a much bigger move here to the upside. And given just off of the areas that we've got plotted here, 5275 to 5018 is a possibility, though like I said, if this does extend up here, it would push all these targets slightly up, so we'd have to reevaluate if we do get this move to the upside. So that is just one of the ways we're looking at the extension within this wave, and that would be looking for potential extension within the 5th. Or alternatively, we're setting up a much bigger structure here where this is a 1-2-1-2, and then actually we're going to be breaking out for this 3rd wave, and it's going to get quite juicy. So there's nothing confirmed yet. Basically, if we lose this 3710, it invalidates this white count. This 3469 would invalidate the green count as well. So basically, we just got to see what happens here. Like I said, this could still be just an A, B, and a C as a flat in a bigger move where this becomes a 1-2. So it's gonna just need a bit of time to play out. Though if we do continue to hold these lows and set higher lows and start to push away here, that would be the zone we're looking for. That's 4613 for confirmation of a bigger structure here to the upside. Okay, so the last thing I want to talk about here is the potential, like we were talking about, that we could just have a corrective structure here, and we're actually looking to complete a diagonal as an A, a B, and a C. So basically with this, we're still looking at the potential of having an expanding diagonal here, looking for that push to the downside for a wave 5. It would have to be longer than wave 3, which would mean it would have to go lower than this 2288. So that would be a zone we would potentially look to target out if we do get a push to the downside here, and it becomes deeper. So that would take this low point, and effectively all impulsive structure from here would be invalidated. So the thing we got to be aware of with this is this would be looking at this as a 1, 2, 3 into here with a 4 triangle 5. So this would mean we'd have a 5th wave extension within here, which is not very common. So that's why I'm just a bit cautious about looking at this. This would also rely on us having a diagonal in this end bit here, which could potentially be completed. So if it is completed, and this is the structure that's going on, we can expect a couple of things. So if this is just going to be an ABC, we're going to be expecting to start to see some serious rejection to the downside here and get bigger 5-wave structure. Because basically this move to the downside would have to be made up of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with a 3-wave move against, and then another 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 to the downside for it to be valid as a diagonal. However, if we just continue to break down, then it could be something else within the structure, and we might look to push much deeper into this zone. If we cross this 1980 area, effectively we have the potential of looking at the structure as a bigger 5-wave move from the top, but we don't have confirmation of that, so we need to just keep an eye on that zone. If we do push down past this area, it could be quite an interesting ride. So yeah, basically, if this is the case, we can look at this as well in 2 ways, you know, because we can say this is just an ABC, but we could, if for as long as we hold this low point here, actually, of 3063, we can see something like this also play out, where this becomes an A, we come back for a B, and then we look to push up for a 3rd wave potentially, or alternatively, so this can either be an A, a B, and a C, or alternatively we could get a connector wave here and push up one more time if we're just looking at corrective structure. So this could become a much bigger structure here, where this becomes a wave 1, 2, and then we look to push up for 3. And if that's the case, the zone we'd be looking for is support in this area here, 3570 to 3212. We hold above this red line and we find support in here, we can potentially argue that we could be setting up for a bigger push here, where this becomes a 1 and a 2, and then basically we have a much higher push to the upside. If that were the case, effectively what we'd be looking for confirmation would actually be pushing above 5518. If we moved past that, then we could look at this as a bigger 5-wave structure and look for this as a 3rd wave, look for a 4th and a 5th to the upside. This would then give us a different structure to what we've been plotting previously, and what we'd have is effectively a 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. So that's what we'd be looking for if we do start to push up into these zones after a retracement into these areas. However, like I said, it is possible we could get that direct extension from here, but we would need that to prove itself first. Otherwise, we could actually just break down, and this could be a completed move into this point here of this 5th wave, which is sitting currently at this area of 4191. So we'll have to see if that holds. If we move up here one more time, but we fail to break that high, it is possible we can start to see that drop coming in. The stochastic on the 1 hour is overbought. The 4 hours oversold, 8 hour is overbought, and the daily still has some room. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how we react here. If we don't get a lot of volume coming in with the moves, these moves to the upside can just cause those stochastics to just rise up quickly with very little price action, and then we can actually look to push deeper. So we're just going to have to keep an eye on that and see how we react from those zones. Like I said, if we look at the immediate support zone with this would be this top end here, this 3570 to this 3212 area. Alternatively, if we look to break lower down and we're looking at this as an A, looking for a B and a C, then we'd be looking out for this lower range here of this 3147 to this 2588. So yeah, that's something we just need to keep an eye on, because it could come back and back test this area and then actually look to move away. So that'll be an area that will be quite an important zone for us to hold. If we start to lose that, basically I'd be looking to this zone. If we lose this 2588, it becomes more likely we're actually going to break down and cross this zone, though we'll have better structure at that point. So we will keep you up to date. Okay, I'm going to leave the video there. I hope you found it useful. If you did, please smash that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, turn on those bell notifications so you never miss a video, and why not leave us some feedback down below in the comment section. Also in the description you'll find a link to the Discord. Why not come check it out? It's free to join. Once you're in the general chat area, just mention a member of staff. We'd be happy to help you out with anything you may need. And yeah, also in the description below you'll find a link to the affiliate links to BYBIT and to PrimeXBT, both great exchanges that we use on a regular basis for our trading. Whether that's spot or leverage, great exchanges. You want to check them out. If you don't have an account already, using the affiliate link does help support the channel, so we do appreciate it. And yeah, we'll leave it there. Everyone, have a great weekend. We'll see you in the next one.